So when I was doing my PhD, I came across a sociologist who wrote extensively about the theory of liquid modernity and what it is to be a human being in modern society. And I kind of stumbled across his work, but once I started to read it, I became fascinated and borderline obsessed because it just resonated with everything I'd ever experienced, and all of the data I was analyzing in my PhD at the time is life nowadays is so fast paced. I mentioned phones before. You can't keep up with technological advancements and everything that's going on around us. It's so fast paced. But even with just human beings in general, this instant gratification culture, we have this desire and this demand for improvement and success now. And I've been working really hard for a month. I should be seeing results. And maybe even a month is a sign of patience, where in actual fact, real growth and improvement is going to take years, not months. And the message behind the theory was that life and society is so fast paced. We are so different now to 50 years ago, 100 years ago, where we were a little bit better equipped at working for the long term, working towards a bigger goal, a long term future. Whereas now it's so immediate, it's so fast paced, and I think the skill for a human being now is to actually show patience. That is such an undervalued skill nowadays in our society, to be able to work really hard without much gain in the short term, but to trust that there's a bigger goal in the future. And liquid modernity is the tendency for society nowadays. Even again in the UK, governing bodies will come up with policies and procedures for training, for talent development procedures. And if we get 3 years out of it, we're lucky. Before someone new comes in, they rip it up or they start again. So all of those people within the system have to quickly adapt, change their approach, conform to a new set of values and rules. And it's so fast paced. And we don't get much time nowadays to actually settle in, find a rhythm, and grow and develop at our own rate, which is always going to be the key to success. It's always going to be a long term journey,
Yeah.
but the society around us is giving us this message that no, it's got to be quicker than that. If you haven't reached this goal by 13, you're finished. Don't even bother. And that's where we are nowadays. And I think, in terms of my own consultancy, so obviously, yes, I use the word liquid because I'm using that in my own world as our ability to adapt to what's around us. You don't have to change fundamentally. What I'm trying to do is help you understand, what are your strengths? Who are you as a person and as an athlete? And the things around you, they're going to change constantly and quickly. But you're the same person. So this world that's so changing around you, if you can actually get used to looking within and saying, right, there's some stuff going on here that I don't agree with, or I don't like, or that's really challenging, you bring your gaze inwards and you start to look internally and say, okay, well, what have I got to cope with this situation? What have I got in my, box of tricks? What strengths do I have to cope and adapt to this new challenging
Exactly.
situation? So it's our ability to adapt to this fast changing environment around us.